Friends, this is the first video on action research in which we are going to discuss about meaning, characteristics, utility and limitations of the same. In next video we will see the steps and report writing of action research. Let us start. Who has given the concept of action research? Friends, Kurt Lewin of Germany is considered as the pioneer of action research. He has given the concept of action research. He used to say, no action without research and no research without action. It means every action must follow some research or every research must be followed by some actions. Action research was introduced in education by Stephen Maxwell Corey, a professor of Teachers College of Columbia University. He brought the concept of action research in the field of education. He, Stephen Corey, conducted action research first in 1953 for solving some problems of Teacher Education Institute where he was working. He worked for 3 years in India since 1960 as a technician for teacher educator project of Ministry of Education of India. Now we'll see definition of action research. Before that we must remember three things. Number one, action research is conducted to find out the solution of local level problem. Number two, it is conducted by a person who is facing the problem. And number three, after conducting action research, after deriving the findings, actions are to be taken immediately. That's why it is called action research. These three things we must remember whenever we talk about action research or whenever we conduct action research. Now we'll see the definition. Friends, so many scholars have given the definition of the same, but the definition that is given by Stephen M. Corey is accepted universally. And he said, the process by which practitioners attempt to study their problem scientifically in order to guide, correct, and evaluate their decisions and actions is what a number of people have called action research. Friends, he used to believe that any problem that is seen at local level is due to only two reasons. Number one, either wrong decision is taken in particular place or any wrong action is done by anybody in that particular institute. So to find the solution of any local level problem, we have to evaluate the decisions and actions taken by the persons belonging to that particular institute. That's why he has given this definition, and he says that in action research practitioners, he used the word practitioners because action research is conducted by a person who is facing the problem and who belongs to that particular institute or organization. That's why in place of researcher, he used the word practitioner. So according to the definition, practitioners attempt to study their problem scientifically to evaluate, to guide and to correct the decisions and actions taken in that particular institute. Now we'll see the characteristics of action research. Action research is conducted to find the solution of local institute or department level problem which is restricted to the small area. Area will be small, that is obvious, that is because problem is of local level, that's why area will be small. It may involve one or all individuals of the institution as the subjects of research. It means it can be done on only one subject and on more than that as well. According to these characteristics, it is quite clear that the subjects of the study will be the members of that particular institute or organization. So number of subjects will be only one member of that particular institute or all the members of that particular institute. Such research is carried out generally by one or more individuals who have directly experienced the problem. As we have discussed in the meaning of Excel research, that it is conducted by a person who has faced the problem. It may be possible that in the same institute, more than one person have faced the same problem. Then they can conduct Excel research together. Or if any one person, any one individual has faced the problem, then only he will conduct the research. If departmental problem is there in any organization, it is conducted by one or more individuals who are directly involved in that particular department. Friends, it is possible that in some of the organization different departments are there and the problem is seen only in one department. Then Excel research can be conducted only by a person or persons who are directly associated with that department and have experienced the problem. Next, its findings are not generalized. Friends, Excel research is conducted to find the local level problems, and at local level, local factors only influence the system. So the problem that is seen at local level will be due to the local factors. So the findings of Excel research are not generalized. It means if any problem is seen in one institute and the Excel research is conducted and findings are derived, then these findings are not implemented in other institute where the same problem is seen, because in other institute different factors will be there and the reasons for the same problem may be different. So its findings are not generalized. It does not aim to establish any theory or principle. Friends, theory or principle is developed or established by fundamental research or basic research, and Excel research has nothing to do with it. It is not time bound and continues till the problem is solved. It is very important characteristics of Excel research. It is not time bound. It may be of 1 day or 1 week or 1 month or 1 year, because until the problem is solved, it continues. Number of subjects has been very less compared to other researches. Excel research involves local people only, so outsiders are not cannot be the subject of Excel research. So number of subjects has been very less compared to other researches. This research tends to find the solution immediately, so it has more practical value. As we have seen, then until the problem is solved, it continues. So the research tends to find the solution immediately, so it has more practical value. Such research is done in real situations, so control over variables is not required. Friends, here in this research, the local factors are only taken care of during the research, so no control over variables is required. Now, utility of Excel research in education. Deep knowledge of research is not required in Excel research, so the teacher, principal, supervisor and administrator can conduct it at their level of work. Friends, no complex research methodology is to be used here, no complex tool is to be prepared, and no complex analysis technique is to be used. So Excel research can be conducted by anybody in the institution. It may be teacher, principal, supervisor or administrator in other organization. They have to simply know the method of conducting Excel research. Educational institutes have the problems of local level, which do not require large-scale research. In such cases, Excel research can be done comfortably. Friends, in different educational institutes, different problems are seen, and different educational institutes have different atmosphere, and different factors are there which influence the education system. So to find the solution of a particular educational institute, researcher has to study the factors available or factors seen prevailing in that particular institute. So, in such cases, only action research can be done comfortably. Such research develops research-oriented side of the teachers. It is obvious that if teachers try to do action research to find the solution at their level, then their research-oriented side will be developed. It is conducted in the institution only, so practical solution of the problem can be derived. Action research is done at local level, at institute level or organization level, so it can be studied scientifically and deeply, so practical solution of the problem can be found. It gives solution of the problem immediately, so it helps in making the education system more effective. We have discussed earlier that it tends to find the solution of the problem immediately, so it will be very much helpful in making the education system more effective. Until the solution of the problem is found, it continues. So it helps in strengthening the system of the educational institute that we have discussed earlier. It makes the teachers innovative. If the teachers tend to do action research, then they will become innovative. It is obvious. It increases professional efficiency of the teachers. If the teachers will become innovative, they tend to do action research, then their professional efficiency will increase and it will be reflected in their teaching learning process. It has been useful in realizing the goals of education in expected way. Friends, we know that education is goal oriented process. If any factor is found that will be obstacle in realizing the goals of the education, then by conducting action research that problem can be solved and the goals of education can be realized in an expected way. It provides an opportunity to all members and leaders of an organization to rethink on the decisions taken and activities performed by them. As said in the definition in action research, the practitioner attempt to study the problem scientifically in order to evaluate, guide and correct the actions and decisions taken. So a person who is facing the problem, if he conducts action research, then he can rethink on the decisions and actions taken by him. A variety of students come in an educational institute. Each has his own reasons for some problems. By separating the students having the same kind of problem, action research can be conducted to find the solution of the problem easily, so other students are not disturbed. If some students are found having same kind of the problem, then the teacher can separate them from other students and can conduct action research, so other students will not be disturbed and problem can be solved easily. Limitations of action research. Number one, findings of action research cannot be generalized. So different institute or individuals have to conduct the research separately on the same problem that we have discussed. It does not give permanent solution of any problem. It is also obvious that action research is conducted to find the solution of local level problem, and at local level, local factors influence the system. So once the local factors are studied, but with the change of time, with the change of society or with the change of political system or economy, the same problem may arise again. So we can say that it does not give permanent solution of any problem. Though it does not require deep understanding regarding research, every teacher and other individuals cannot conduct it effectively. Earlier we have seen that it is very easy to conduct action research, but to do it scientifically, the teacher or other person who wants to conduct action research must have some knowledge about research to carry the research in a proper manner. So he has to study some research related literature. If he does not have understanding about action research, then it cannot be conducted effectively. It may be affected by the prevailing relationship between researcher and the subjects, as it is conducted locally by the local people and involving the local people. Friends, it is conducted at local level by a person who is a member of that particular institute, and he conducts the research only on the members who belong to that particular institute. So some kind of relationship may be there between the researcher and the members, subjects of the study. If typical kind of relationship will be there between researcher and the subject of study, then it will affect the process of action research. Bias of researcher towards the subjects may affect the results of action. That is very important. If practitioner researcher have some bias about some subjects of study, then he will try to find the solution at his own way, and the results of the action research will be affected. Friends, in this way, in this video, we have seen the meaning, characteristics, utility, and limitations of action research. In next video, we will see the steps and report writing of action research. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.